In this example, we'll be writing complex numbers from a graph. Complex numbers can be graphed in the complex plane, which looks a lot like our Cartesian coordinate system, but instead of having an x-axis and a y-axis, the horizontal number line is going to be our real axis, and the vertical number line is going to be our imaginary axis. And you can see that both of these axes have been labeled as such. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at 6 complex numbers that have been graphed in the complex plane, and we're just going to name each one. So the first complex number has been labeled A, and it looks like the plot of that number is 5 units to the right on the real axis and 1 unit up on the imaginary axis. So I could name this complex number as 5 plus I. Our second complex number, and we've labeled this one B, it looks like its plot is 2 units to the left on the real axis and 2 units up on the imaginary axis. So its number will be -2 plus 2I. We have a third complex number. It's been labeled C, and it looks like its plot is 3 units to the right on the real axis, and then down 5 units on the imaginary axis. So we could write this complex number as 3 minus 5I. Our fourth complex number, we've labeled that D. It looks like it has not moved to the right nor the left along our real axis. It looks like it's simply gone down 5 units on the imaginary axis. So we could write this complex number as -5I. Okay, so our fifth complex number, we've labeled it E, and its plot here in the complex plane, it looks like it's gone 4 units to the left on the real axis and 2 units down along the imaginary axis. So we can write this complex number as -4 minus 2I. And our last complex number, it has been labeled F. It looks like we have moved to the right 1 unit on the real axis, and we have not moved up or down along the imaginary axis. So the complex number for F should just be 1. So there's this example. We had 6 plotted complex numbers in the complex plane, and we went ahead and labeled and named each one.